All right, good afternoon, everybody. Let me just get our settings correct here because I want to make sure, there we go, that I can hear from the incredible Adrienne Keepler when she gets here. So hi, no matter where you are. I'm normally, by the way, on East Coast time because I live in Toronto, but today I'm at our office in San Francisco, so it's only 5 o'clock here. I feel like I have the whole day left. So no matter where you are, welcome. We are gonna get to chat with an amazing star stylist tonight. While we're waiting for her to get here, my name's Danielle Redner. I am your Chief Inspiration Officer at Stella Dot. Hi, Sam Tunador over on the East Coast. And I am in town this week getting all kinds of stuff ready for our incredible stylist. And so I get to come live from here while it's actually still light, which is novel for me because normally it's kind of dark by now when we're doing this on a Wednesday night. That's one thing I'm excited about. But what I'm really excited about, a second thing I'm really excited about, that we're gonna give away some free product here tonight. So if you are watching this, we're gonna talk about what it's like to be part of the Stella and Dot community, specifically if you're somebody who works full-time. We have an amazing star stylist named Adrienne Keepler. Keepler, did I say it right? Yes. Who's gonna be joining us. Yes, Sam Tunador, let's have fun. That's an inside joke. We'll talk about that next week, because next week we happen to have a glam getaway trip going on for our top achievers at Stella and Dot to Hawaii. Oh, I'll tell it. And Sam bought me a one-piece swimsuit that says "Let's have fun" on it. I can't wait to wear it. But we have this great stylist that's joining us. I'm excited about that. I'm also excited that we're giving away free product tonight. So if you tag hashtag SDJoy and 2 friends in the comment thread, in the same comment of this webcast, we're gonna draw at the end of the night for a $250 shopping spree in freestyle. So go ahead and tag a couple of friends, get them coming over here. We're gonna talk a little bit about what it's like to be in the Stella and Dot community. Way to go, Katie. And also what it's like to be in the Stella and Dot community as a stylist if you are someone who has a full-time job. Did you know, actually, I think this is a common misconception, that over 80% of our stylists, and when we say stylists, that's what we call our incredible sales reps, who get to have their own business from home, doing their thing on the side. It's literally their side gig economy. Oh, I see Adrienne, so I'm gonna try to add her. Give me 1 second. Well, did you know that over 80% of them actually work other full-time jobs outside the home or in the home with kids, which, as we all know, one of the biggest full-time jobs of all time. They do. They're not just doing Stella and Dot full-time. And Adrienne is an excellent example of that. So she is going to be joining us if it ever clicks through. It's adding, it's trying to add Adrienne, so that she can share with us what it's like to not be a working mom, but a mom working. She also has a 20-year-old daughter. I love this. Oh, Adrienne has declined my video invitation.
Oh, that's probably
Adrienne, don't say no. Oh, here she comes. She's back. I approve you, Adrienne. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this works. Trying. Right. She has a 20-year-old daughter. I'm gonna get her to talk about her consulting job, which sounds pretty cool, actually. She is married, and she's actually been with us for 7 years. So this is not new to her. She's been balancing all that stuff for quite a while. So I can't wait for you to hear a little bit more from her on what that's like, some of about her story, because I think sometimes people think, well, that must be really cool, but there's probably nobody like me. I guarantee you there's somebody just like you. Maybe it's Adrienne, maybe it's someone else, but we have all types of women doing Stella and Dot, and she's just one example. So let me see what's going on here. Okay, trying to add her, but it's like adding, and yet not joining. Hang on, Adrienne. We're gonna get you in. We're gonna try it. I don't know if it's something on her end or my end. All right, well, we're trying. It's trying to add Adrienne. And if that doesn't work, no answer from the live video guest. My tech support over here takes a village. All right, let me try to add her again. While that's happening. Facebook Live. Come on, work with us, will ya? Don't forget, no answer from the live video guest. So I think maybe it's something on her end. Oh, shoot. We're gonna try to find her. Tina loves Stella Dot. Amazing. I also just want to remind everybody while we're waiting for Adrienne to join that if you hashtag the tag SDJoy and add 2 friends below, we're going to give away $250 in product credit at the end of the night. So go ahead and invite a couple of friends to learn what it's like about being a Stella Dot stylist, specifically one that has a full-time job. Maybe you can win. Okay. Ronaldo, Rhonda, and Donna, I think you'd love this too. I like that comment. Okay, so it's trying to add her. She says adding. All right, well, if it doesn't work with the incredible Adrienne Keepler, give it another 30 seconds or so. I'm sadly going to have to talk about her instead of with her. Okay, we're trying. Tell her to go out and come back in. All right, Adrienne, hang on. Sam's texting you with more information on what it's like. Well, let me talk about what it's like here at home office right now. I am here because we are doing a couple of fun things this week. We're actually starting to look at Hoopla. So let me give a little commercial for Hoopla while we're waiting for Adrienne and see if we can get her online here. Hoopla is our national women empowerment company event. If you have never gone to a conference, I use the term loosely because it's really about empowering women to have the best training, the best support, the best recognition, and actually the best fun all at one time, all in one weekend. And that is happening it's actually sneaking up on us very quickly in about 3 months. And this year it's in Denver, Colorado in July. It is going to be, it just keeps saying she declined when I try to add her. So something's going on her end. Yeah. Sorry guys, we're having some technical issues and I don't want to give up on Adrienne because she's got really great things to say. Let's see if she's on her phone. Yeah. Let's make sure she's on her phone and not on a laptop. Facebook, we love ya and we hate ya all at the same time. Mostly we love ya, but you're giving us challenges tonight. All right, I'm trying to add her right now. Again, if that doesn't work, Macs give issues too. It's true. I'm on my phone though, so it generally should work, but thank you, Tina. You're right. Okay, so Hoopla, as I was saying, it's our national conference coming up in 3 months. If you're a Stella Dot stylist and you're not registered, what are you waiting for? It's going to be an incredible night. Does she have her phone horizontally? Yeah. Everybody's helping. Thanks, Kristen. She says she does. We're trying everything right now. There's a team of people over here working with her. We're trying to make sure it's working, and yet somehow it's not. All right, we're gonna give it one more try. But yes, we hope you will come to Hoopla. All right, reminder, and then if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna go for it. If you, all the palm trees, I know, I'm in the palm tree phone booth. Next week, by the way, there's gonna be more palm trees for our stylists because we are taking our top achievers to Hawaii. So next week, yeah, it'll also be palm trees, but they'll look a little bit different than these ones. Okay, now she doesn't have like an ad beside her name, which makes me think that somehow something's different. So let's try it. All right, we're giving our last try to Adrienne, and I feel like this is the lucky one. I have a good feeling. I feel like Adrienne's gonna get added in here. Go, Adrienne. Go. Facebook Live. Go team. She's trying. We're getting texts over here that she's trying. No, not working. All right, well, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to go without Adrienne, which is just such a shame because she has this incredible story. This is someone who's been with us for 7 years. She actually has had an incredible journey over that time. She is a consultant for a consulting company where she works full-time in the consulting industry. She has a grown daughter now. Of course, that daughter was a young teenager when she first joined Stella Dot. She has actually promoted in our career path being a stylist to something that we call STAR, which is basically Adrienne bringing along 2 or 3 of her friends, and together they've kind of built this great team. She's just a fantastic story of somebody who's able to balance it all. And I would love for you to be able to hear it from her. But since we can't get her on, I'm just going to sort of augment her story a little bit because Adrienne's really special, but she's not alone. We have a lot of stylists like her at Stella Dot that have full-time jobs or part-time jobs. In fact, over 85% of our stylists work other jobs outside the home. So you may have thought to yourself, Adrienne, you're so sweet back. I'm so sorry we can't get this to work. I know Sam is texting you right now, so we'll have to rain check. I don't know why it's not working, but you're amazing, and I've been watching what you're doing, and I desperately want to get you on one of these because I know that people in our community and the community at large would really resonate with you. Here's what I love about you. You've built your business over different phases in your life. So I'm guaranteeing you that there are people listening to this who have like tweens or kind of young teenagers. I guarantee you there are people listening to this who have kids under 10. I guarantee you there are people listening to this, like you and I, Adrienne, who have older kids, okay? And no matter what phase you're in, what I love about Stella and Dot is that it can work in all those different phases of life, okay? And I think that's one of the things that I love the most about us. So as I'm out here this week in San Francisco and we're starting to plan our events at Hoopla, we start to look at what are the things that our stylists all have in common. And I know Adrienne has this in common, and some of you watching this who maybe don't know a lot about Stella and Dot might be thinking this too. There are kind of three things that I always think people who are looking at Stella and Dot want to know. Number one, can I do it? Like, I've never done anything like that before. I've never sold anything. I know nothing about style. Is it something I could do? Number two, I'm not a salesperson. Like, how exactly would I learn how to do that? And then finally, like, number three, would it be worth my while? So let's kind of talk about those three buckets, because I think number one, the like, can I do it, is probably the number one question that a lot of people never get by. And I was actually just putting together some talking points. I don't know if you know this or not, but our founder and CEO, her name is Jessica Heron. She just started a podcast. It's called Self-Made. Check it out. You can get it on both Android and iTunes. If you are somebody who loves podcasts, I do. I spend a lot of time in my car. I love listening to a podcast in the car. Can't, you know, be on my, obviously on my social media in the car or my phone, but I can talk on the phone and I can listen to podcasts. And so I was putting together some of the mantras that have paid me the most over my career, because she and I are going to be recording an episode of that podcast tomorrow. And one of the things that I wrote down was like, leap and the net will appear. And I was trying to think of all these like cliche things that people say, and you think, oh, that is the most corny thing. But actually sometimes there's a reason why it's cliche. Sometimes there is a reason why it's around. And leap and the net will appear is the first one I wrote down. So we're going to talk about that on the podcast tomorrow. But I think it's appropriate here because I think the number one reason people don't start a side gig like Stella and Dot is because they're a little bit afraid of the leap. And as my dad always says, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know, I've always said, unless it's physically or morally threatening, leap. Like, leap and the net will appear. And the fact is, most households in 2019 need some kind of side gig economy. And so it's always very exciting when you can find something that will pay you what you're worth, but that also you can do in your flexible time. And that's really what I was excited about Adrienne sharing with you tonight, because she is somebody who does this in her flexible time. She's able to make a couple $1,000s extra a month in addition to her full-time job. And that's a life-changing amount of money. In fact, sometimes I do this game. If anybody wants to type in below, don't forget there's two things you want to be typing in. One is hashtag SDJoy and tag two friends. You can win a $250 shopping spree tonight. But the other thing is, if I was to ask you what has been identified as a life-changing amount of money to bring into a household on a monthly basis, what would you guess? Go ahead and guess. Household, not per person, household. So what's the amount of money that if you could bring that into your monthly household without, you know, just some sort of like extra bonus, what would you do with that? The name of the podcast, Sarah, is Self-Made. Self-Made Podcast, you'll find it. So what amount of money do you think would it be that would actually be life-changing to a household? You know, originally, sometimes people guess very high numbers, like $10,000. I mean, that would definitely be life-changing. But you might be shocked to hear, and I bet some of you will get it right, that actually, yeah, Sinette, 4,000. Like, that would totally be life-changing. I agree. But actually, the number that's been identified by most people in many surveys to actually be an amount that will change somebody's household is $500. And you think to yourself, really? Life-changing? But if you think about it, that's enough to pay a significant bill. It's enough if you save it up over the year to go on a vacation or two. It's enough to like maybe not have to worry about those extra things like soccer or lacrosse registration or hockey that's coming up. You know, it's a significant payment. It's your car, it's your insurance, it's tuition, it's the extras. And that's what a lot of our stylists, most households are going to need that. And so do you need to have done this before?
No. Do you need sales skills? No, but you do have to leap and the net will appear. So that's the number one advice I'm going to give on the kids' sports are expensive, Elisa. You're right. I'm so glad my children are grown. But yes, they are and they were. So that's the number one piece of advice I'm going to give on the podcast tomorrow is leap and the net will appear. And I think so many people want to leap, but they're afraid. And I've always said if it's not morally or physically threatening, why wouldn't you try it? Especially when the cost of entry is very low. You really have nothing to lose. So I'm going to tell you a little bit. I want you to be able to get a pedicure without feeling bad. Yes, I hear you. I average an additional $1,000 a month with 30 minutes a day. Thank you, Adrian. Poor Adrian. She's like locked out of Facebook Live, but she's still doing her best. That is why I like Adrian. Did you see that? So there's somebody with a full-time corporate executive career making $1,000 a month on the side. Huge. Okay, so that's number one, and that's Adrian. That's the number one thing I always want to mention. Thank you. We put the podcast link in the comments there. Okay. Second thing is, do I have to have done this before? No. I will tell you that I had never sold anything before I started in this industry. Most of our stylists have never sold anything, certainly have never been in the fashion or style or accessories business. The thing about our product, and we will teach you this, is that it's so darn easy. By the way, how much do you love these? Okay, and I have yellow shoes on. I'll show you. Okay, so you can just wear like a black and white sweater, some white pants, which is what I have on, and then you throw on a yellow shoe and a yellow earring, and you look like fashion just walked into the room, when really all you did was put on an earring, okay? And I love these ones because they flip. I could put the blush side forward, but there's also many other little leather pieces that go on these. We make it so easy for you. If you could just be excited about it, if you love fashion, like if the thought of having those earrings and an additional like $1,000 in product that you get when you join for free of our best sellers, if just having a great jewelry display at home excites you, that's all you need, okay? I always say enthusiasm will get you about 6 months in anything until you learn some skill. When enthusiasm ends, then skill will take over. But if you get excited about the thought of, yeah, I'd like $1,000 in accessories, and my biggest problem every morning would be which one of these like new pieces will I wear? Have you ever gone on a $1,000 shopping spree? It's a lot of stuff. I know, Adrian, yellow is the hotness for the season. I cannot get enough yellow. And I'm not even a yellow kind of person. As you know, I'm kind of a black person. I like black and white and neutrals, but a little yellow. These yellow earrings, I'm telling you, it's everything. Our yellow lemon wedge clutch. If you have not seen that, you need to go to StellaDot.com and look it up right now. You're going to need that, and you're going to need to become a stylist or book a style session to get it. Okay. So anyways, you don't have to have sold anything. If you can get excited, if you just have one little bit of excitement in you, that's all you need. Okay. And then the last thing I think everybody wants to know is it worth it? Okay. Well, you just heard. Thank you. I'm glad you like them, Jerry Lynn. Honestly, these are so cute. They also come with a large leaf that's white on one side and green on the other. I like to flip that. And then a mid-sized flower that's like hot pink and coral. So I totally love these earrings. And by the way, let me show you. They just slide off. Okay. Let's just talk about this earring for a second. Like the sheer engineering of this. Okay. And then you can flip it. I'm going to change it right now just so you can see it. Okay. So now I have a blush one. And we'll just reverse it. Okay, if you don't have these earrings, you need them, right? How cute. So we're gonna start a new thing. We're gonna do 2 different earrings. Okay, so yes, excitement gives you all the joy. I'm glad, okay? So if you think about then, is it worth it financially? You heard Adrienne say, full-time job, $1,000 a month, right? $1,000 a month, considerably life-changing, on top of course, her full-time job that she also has. But think about what $1,000 a month or $12 over the year, not to mention all of the free product that you can earn, does for someone's life. Every month we have a great product credit program. It's called Monthly and More Product. You can earn anywhere from $50 up to $150 in free product every single month. So you are earning free product all month long or all year long. Sometimes, I'm going to be honest, the free stuff is as good as the paycheck, right? Sometimes the free stuff is as good as the paycheck. Sometimes the recognition is as good as the paycheck. I was a stay-at-home mom at one time in my life. I've been a mom working. I've been all those things. And Mary says, Sue, Patricia reminds me of you. Sue, Patricia, you must be amazing. Sorry, I had to say it. If you have ever been that mom, no one ever came and and said to me, you've done a good job. Like, how many days do you go through your job, your life, whatever, and somebody says to you, what a great job you've done. Here's some free earrings for it. Probably not very often, okay? That's what we're really good at doing. So is it worth it on all of those bases? Yes. Is it worth it for the friendship? Yes. Our glam getaway trip to Hawaii next week, I will tell you, I will have no voice by the time I come home. And it won't have anything to do with anything other than just talking to like 400 of my closest friends. And then hoopla in the summer, I will have no voice at that thing either. And that will also be because I'll be talking to a couple thousand of my closest friends. So all of that has huge value. But when it comes to the paycheck, I do want to make sure you know how worthwhile that is. So all of our stylists earn 20 to 25% right off the bat on everything they sell. Don't leave money on the table. Always earn the 25%. And then it can go up to as high as 38% on your personal commissions, depending what level you're at and how much you sell. So basically, you're going to earn 25%. The more you sell every month, the more you earn. Okay, it goes up and you're in a higher commission the more you sell. Our average style session, and what's a style session at Stella Dot? Well, it can be all kinds of things. It can be what you might think of, which is me getting Carrie, who I see commenting right now. She's my hostess, and she gets 10 of her closest friends over, and I bring my accessories over, and we set it up on our kitchen island. That could be a style session. It could also be Alana, Celia, and I, and she is my online hostess, and we set up a group event on Facebook or even just a text thread, and I send her some styling videos, and I send her friends some styling videos, and they shop through a shopping link, and we never actually even get together in person because we live far apart or that works better for her. That could be a style session. It could be me going and meeting Adrienne at Starbucks, and she brings a couple of her friends with her, and I bring a tray of jewelry, and we play with that, and they shop right there on the spot. That could be a style session. It could even be me popping up in a hair salon, and oh, I love you too, Carrie, and a bunch of ladies who thought they were coming in to get their hair done, which I need to do right now, end up instead buying a bunch of accessories. Those are all style sessions. Okay, so on average, you're going to sell, and it depends on the style. The in-home, still very much our most profitable avenue. When you get a bunch of women in a home with some coffee or some wine, good things happen. Okay, and they're going to spend close to $1,000. You do it online, they're going to spend a little bit less, but they're still going to spend $500, $600, $700. And one-on-one, just depends on what you're doing. You're earning 25 to 38% of all of that. Okay. And then if you decide to do what Adrienne has done, which you bring along a friend, and maybe she brings along a friend, and maybe there's another friend. If you decide to do that, then you actually earn commissions for helping those other people grow as well. So is it worth it on an emotional level? Which I got to tell you, I think they're equally weighted. Yes. Friendships, recognition, free product, professional development, a community. My husband and I always joke there's a community for everybody. Well, this is a community for women who want to hang out with other doers. I posted, look on my Instagram. I can't remember it exactly, but it was on Monday. It's Danielle J. Redner is my Instagram. And I think it was an Amy Poehler quote. And I think it says something like, I'm tired of hanging out with people who talk about doing things and who talk about other people. I want to hang out with the doers, something to that effect. If you are the person who wants to hang out with the doers, that's what Stella Dot's all about. So there's the community. I'm going to sponsor Amy Poehler. Let's make a note, Sam, because we got to go find her. Okay. Amy Poehler needs Stella Dot. Like, just find her on social media. Let's track her down. Okay. So there's the emotional side, but there's also the fiscal side, which is the great earnings that start at 25% and go right up to 38%. Okay. A couple just quick things I want to mention that I think also make it so worth your while. Number one is we have a great program for your first 2 months. It's called Jumpstart. You earn free product based on what you sell and helping other people get started. Literally, we have stylists who have earned thousands of dollars in free product for those first couple of months. So lots of great ways for you to earn free product right up front and then on an ongoing basis. We also have a great special going on right now, and it's only going on for a few more days. So between now and the end of this month, which is what, Tuesday, I think? What day is this? Where am I? I think it's Wednesday, and I think I'm in California. And I think that the special ends on Tuesday, which is the last day of April. Is that right? Correct. I think so. I have a calendar in front of me. All right. So a few more days. What is that? Like 5 more days where you can get this great special where you have a choice, but I'm going to highly recommend to you which part of the choice I think you want to go with. For $199, you get $1,000 in great sellers pre-selected for you. It is literally the easy button. okay? I want the easy button on all things in my life. Here's 2 easy button tips for you. Schedule your hair appointments for 1 year in advance at 6 a.m., okay? You wouldn't know it by my hair right now. I'm saving it till Tuesday because I have to get it cut and colored right before I go to Hawaii, okay? Because you don't want to have roots when you're coming out of the water. Do you feel me? Okay, so, but contrary to that, that is like easy button number 1, you just schedule that for a year and then you never have to think of it, okay? That's easy button number 1. Easy button number 2, go with that $199 kit where you don't have to waste brain power thinking about what to get. You just, press the easy button and we ship you all the best sellers. You have 30 days to go out and sell $1,000 and then the rest of that is waived. It's just $199 for 1,000 in bestsellers. You can totally get going. I love that. How many times do you go to Costco and spend $199? Honestly, how many times do you go to Costco and spend less than $500? I feel like it rarely happens. That's why I don't go to Costco very often. So that's going on for just a few more days. We would love to have you join us. One last reminder, #SDJoy, tag 2 friends. We're going to do a $250 draw at the end of the night. The thing I want to leave you with is this. We look like on the surface we're about the accessories. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that because the accessories are killer. But what we're really about is so much more than that. It's about a community of women who support other women, like women who are doers. It's about recognition and understanding the value of what a woman can bring to her family, because when a woman earns, she feels better. When she feels better, her family feels better. When her family feels better, her neighborhood feels better. Her community feels better. And when communities feel better, the world gets better. So to that point, when you start as a Stella Dot stylist, the impact is even greater than that, because when you join for your $199 and get that easy button kit, we donate $50 in product to another woman who will get it via Dress for Success. We love our annual partnership with that amazing organization. If you're in the Dallas area, we are just in our final couple of, actually it's closed now. Yeah, or we had this great pop-up in Dallas to really get our brand out there so that people could see it. And we partnered with Dress for Success there. I was able to go and have a little event with them. It's amazing to hear what that organization does. And so $50 is given to a woman you will never meet, you will never know, but that will take her from feeling like she's ready to go to that job interview to like, she looks the part, right? So again, you're not just impacting yourself, but that's part of Stella Dot's mission, is the impact that we make. And so you're spreading that impact even beyond you. So yes, you are going to make money. And yes, it is a fiscally great thing to do. And yes, like Adrienne, you can have a full-time job and do it. And yes, we will give you the training to do it. You don't need to know how to do it. And yes to all that stuff. But the real gift is the impact you can have on others, the impact you can have on yourself, and then the community that you get to be a part of, as well as great accessories and jewelry. So if you are even considering joining us for 1 second, I'm going to end where I started. After the disappointment of Adrienne not being able to join us, and Adrienne Keepler, thank you again. It is a unique sisterhood, Adrienne, and I'm so sorry we couldn't get Facebook to work in our favor, but we will get you on here again. You are a superstar, and I am so proud of you. So whether you are, look, people are hearting you. So whether you are like Adrienne, you have another full-time job, or maybe you're looking for that side gig. Maybe you've just had a baby and you're at home for a while. Maybe you just are in a career you don't love. Maybe you're ready to switch careers and you want to go full-time here. Whatever you're at, we would love you to join us. But before Adrienne, when we got over the disappointment of Adrienne, I'll end this where I started that, which was leap in the net will appear. I think it's the #1 thing that holds people back is simply fear. And I'll tell you that we will hold hands with you. And if I always have that visual in my mind when I'm afraid, if someone would just hold hands with me, it's kind of easy to jump off the bridge. Well, I will hold your hand. Adrienne will hold your hand. Your sponsor will hold your hand. There's a whole community of people here that will hold your hand and help you get to the next level that you want to go to. And if that's joining us to be a Stella Dot stylist, we'd love to have you. And if that's not good for you right now, then be a hostess. Invite some friends over, shop for free. Get these guys so that your greatest dilemma is blush or yellow. It's kind of dilemma I like in my day. All right, thank you so much for joining us. I am so sorry, Adrienne, again. We'll get you next time. Don't forget to #SDJoy and tag 2 friends below. We will do the drawing shortly for $250 shopping spree tonight. And again, thanks for joining. We'll hope that you consider joining us at Stella Dot. You just go to the website and sign up there. 5 more days of the sign-up special, and we'd love to see you here. All right, where am I again? Oh yeah, Wednesday night, California. Happy Wednesday night. Thanks, Adrienne.